As you all know, President Biden gave a speech several weeks ago. The commander-in-chief used some hard, militant rhetoric and took a strong stance. Looking into the camera with a cold gaze, he told the Taliban that their violent action toward American troops was something our country will never forgive and never forget. Sensing the intensity in our brave leader's words, Tim Buchanowski of TotallyNotNonsense.com followed him, finally getting a chance to speak to the president on the Saturday of September 11th. There were a lot of people at the memorial, but he managed to get close to him. "Sir," he called out over the crowd, "Mr. President, what are your plans to stabilize Afghanistan and to defeat the Taliban in the next few..." Here, the president interrupted him. "Who?" "The Taliban, sir," Buchanowski reminded him. "They've taken over Afghanistan. What are you going to..." But here, the reporter was cut off. "That's enough," a Secret Service agent said, stepping in front of him, as a team of 4 brought up a litter. They knelt, President Biden stepped into it, and the entourage scurried away before he could be asked any more difficult questions. With the development of Truth Social, Donald Trump's social media platform, underway, many people are shocked that the website is being targeted by left-wing extremists. No one can figure out why. Within seconds of the site's creation, hackers created a Donald Trump Jr. account that tweeted, "I will finish what you started," and Mike Pence, 2024. And finally, for our last story, Kamala Harris gave a speech recently at the border of DC and Virginia. In the speech, she called out former President Trump and also mentioned Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. "We are in a constant battle against white supremacy," she told a fully vaccinated audience of 15 people. "I speak to you now after the reign of an evil, corrupt tyrant with a bad haircut and a spray tan. Did I mention his bad hair? This evil white patriarch ruled our beautiful, diverse country with an iron fist and threatened to censor our nonpartisan CNN, which we all love. And we live now in the time of Ron DeSantis, a horrible human being who doesn't do enough to protect his people's reproductive rights, feelings, and transgender population. He sits and does nothing. How dare he?" Nationally, this has created a lot of confusion in conservative and Republican circles. The few people that do care about what the left thinks, wondering how they can please the left, with both these extremes seeming to be at complete odds with each other and both equally unacceptable. Jen Psaki was no help when asked about this at a local press conference. "Look, I am happy to. Anyway, I'm here to talk to you about hate being perpetrated by bigots like Ben Shapiro, a fascist neo-Nazi, and Alex Jones, a comedian from Georgia. Their rhetoric about the election being stolen is hurtful. It's dangerous, and it threatens the people's democracy. And by the people's democracy, I mean our oligarchy." In a tweet that was recently deleted by Twitter, local pot stirrer and beard brand model Matt Walsh corrected the White House press secretary. "Not only is Ben Shapiro Jewish and obviously not a Nazi," Matt Walsh's tweet said, "he also does not believe and has not said that the 2020 election was stolen. I can't say the same for Michael Knowles, though. And Alex Jones isn't a comedian from Georgia. He's a radio host in Texas." Twitter leadership has deleted the tweet with a fact check on it that it was mostly false.